One more second. Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, here we go. Hold on one second. Row, row.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday night STEM Tech Leadership Call. My name is Ro Williams, as you can see, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this call this evening. I hope you had a great day. So tonight we have a handful of presenters and people sharing their testimony. And guys, we have some heavy hitters in the room as well. So
You muted yourself, Ro.
that's fun. So I'm just saying, I'm glad to have you all here. I'm sorry about the quick mute. Don't know when I stopped, doesn't matter. But we're excited to have you, and we have some special guests in the room present. So be excited. First off, I'd like to introduce myself a little bit if you don't know who I am. Like I said, I'm Rogue Williams. I'm a native San Franciscan. I live in the Bay Area in the California area, in California, in the Bay Area. And you know what? When this was brought to me, I was not looking for it, but that's okay. Maybe you weren't either. But when it came to me, the gentleman that shared it with me, I trusted wholeheartedly. I've known him for many, many years. You might know him. His name is Sam Holland. But when he shared it with me, I didn't know because I wasn't looking. But I did have a criteria. And you know what? I went through those criteria and everything checked off. And I made the decision to move forward. And it was the wisest financial decision I made. Beyond that, guys, our company is STEMTech, and it's not a startup company, as you may know. This company has been around for 19 years, and they've gone through the tests and trials of the ups and the downs. The good thing is we're the pioneer in this field. We are set. We are at the top of when it comes to what it is we do. We're the gold standard. So keep in mind our products. And one of my check marks was, were the products real? They're real, and we have the validated proof behind it. I'm excited to talk more about it, but we have people to do that for me. Guys, without any further ado, I would like to introduce Gail Nichols. She has been in the medical field for quite a while, and she's a nurse, I believe, and she loves horses. And she's going to tonight go ahead and give us and just let me make sure I got it right. She's going to go ahead and do our products presentation. And with no further ado, I would love to go ahead and introduce Gail Nichols. Everybody give her a round of applause, please. All right, Gail, you there? You have to unmute.
There. I'm
Awesome.
unmuted. Correct. Here we go.
And it's all yours.
There we go. All right. Okay, I am muted. All right, so let's see, share screen. And share. There we go. And okay. There we go. All right, so you could all hear me?
Yes, we can, and it looks good.
All right. So thank you, Ro. My name is Gail Nichols. I've been a clinical ultrasound specialist, actually, and kinesiologist for the last 35 years in the medical field. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm going to present the STEM Tech education and and also talk to you about stem cells. I've just been thrilled to be a part of this team, and what I've really been interested in is the stem cells and the really great people that I've met. One really awesome thing is that everything that you could ever want to know about the company, about the patents, about anything about Stemtech itself is totally available to you. And I took advantage of that and really read up on the company before I joined, and read the patents, etc. And I was just really, really impressed. And so here I am. My passion is my domestic pets and animals. And as Ro mentioned, my horses, they are just my dream. And because of Stemtech and the products, the RCM wellness system, my babies are now having babies, and that is my proof. So without further ado, let me get started. Let's see here. And feel free to read along out loud. You're all muted, so you're not going to bother me. But we can't talk about Stemtech without mentioning Dr. Alan Summersall. 30 or 20 years ago, he, as a biologist, anatomist, physiologist, did understand the importance of stem cells and their rejuvenation and multiplication and anatomy importance in the body. And he developed the concept and the foundation to which Stemtech has developed their beginnings. And so we cannot forget about him. So it's a very simple message that Stemtech goes by. And so let's just quickly go through our simple message. So everybody has stem cells. Everybody uses stem cells. Everybody uses stem cells every day. Stem cells work, and they work every time. So how do they work every time? Well, just remember that stem cells are really important for our repair and renewal and rejuvenation. And what happens is that whenever there is a need for new cells, whether it be through injury or death, there is messengers sent from that area. And they call on the bone marrow to send out stem cells. And the stem cells are released from the bone marrow. And they're released into the circulation so that they will go to the area where they are required. And in that circulation, they end up at the area and they must migrate to that point. And when going to that point, they must also then change into the cell that is required. And that's the beauty of stem cells. They actually can change into any type of cell. So wherever they are required, they end up migrating to that point, and they change into whatever cell, whether it's a lung, a heart, a brain, whatever cell is required, the beauty of the stem cell. Now, what is the problem? That sounds like a perfect system, and it is a perfect system, but there is a problem, and the problem is aging. Hello, come on. There we go. I didn't hit the button hard enough. So aging is the problem. Now, to a stem cell, 30 is really old, and that's not our concept. That's the stem cells concept. A baby is full of stem cells. They're changing, they're growing, they're rejuvenating every little cell in their body. But at 30, we are old. And when you look at a young child, when they scratch themselves, that heals very quickly. The same scratch to an older person relatively takes a longer time to heal. And so just that relative difference, if you can think of that concept, is the difference between the difference of a stem cell. So the amount of stem cells that an older person has relatively available in their system. So what would happen if we were able to turn on that switch again? How wonderful would it be if we could turn on that switch so that 30 would be, so that 30 wouldn't be old to a stem cell? Well, we do have an answer to that. And it's the RCM Wellness System by Stemtech. So it's the gold standard of stem cell nutrition. There's 3 synergistic products that work together: the R, the C, and the M. The R is responsible for releasing the product from the bone cell, from the bone marrow. The C looks after making sure that the stem cells can reach their location by looking after circulation and making sure that the circulation is primed for the stem cell to get there. And the migrostem, the M, looks after the migration point so that the stem cells can get through the membranes to get to the area that it needs to get to. And all the nutrition is within these capsules in order to get there. So this is all what we have from the inside out to get to for our product line. The benefits of the RCM Total Wellness System: support stem cell release, which is essential to healthy aging. Stem cells play a crucial role in cellular signaling. Support telomere health, a key factor in slowing aging. Antioxidant, reduces oxidative stress to boost immune system. They're anti-inflammatory. Inflammation is at the root of all disease. And they're plant-based and organic, so it doesn't matter what diet you're on. So again, this is what we have to work from the inside out. We also have a couple of nice products that work from the outside in. One of those being the Rapid Renewal Stem Cell Peptide Night Cream, Select 1. We've got a lot of good feedback from this cream. Just put it on at night, and it does its magic overnight. It has FDA approved. It's very important that this FDA approved. It's very hard to get FDA approved products. So bald men, put this on your head, and ladies, put this on your décolleté. We also have another product. This is a very important product. It's Orastem. It's a toothpaste. It's also very good for your gums, so part of your mouth. Now, what's really also important is that to remember is that your oral cavity is, of course, the gateway to your gut health, but the oral cavity is also important to your cardiac health and also to your brain health. So another product we have. So we also have products from the outside in, and obviously we have the products from the inside out. So I talked to you about the beauty and the uniqueness of our product line and how strong and supportive the products are. But I'd just like to say how much I'm impressed with the beauty and strength of the people that I've met, and how unique the people that I've met also within this group and this team. And that I would really encourage anyone who's even half interested in these products that we will just put our arms around you and really guide you and support you. And that with every patient that I have done, I just know that the RCM Wellness System will potentially work with those people. And there's tons of people that this product line is going to help, and we can't do it by ourselves. So please come and work with us and be part of our team. We'd just love to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gail. That was awesome. Guys, that's coming from a health professional. She knows her stuff, and she's behind this. Great job, Gail. Thank you so much. You guys can hear me, right? Yes.
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 Awesome. Go ahead and mute if you don't mind. So guys, we just heard from Gail about how our products work and what they are. But now we're going to hear some testimonies, and we have a treat in store. We have two ladies that I've gotten a chance to get to know over the years. They're sisters, as you may know, Fran Heiberger and Joan Hutchins, and they're going to give a 2-minute each testimony to how these products have impacted them. You ladies, go ahead, and the floor is yours. You decide who goes first.
Gail, hit stop share, please. Gail, hit stop share, please.
Oh yeah, please. I couldn't see that. And once she's done doing that, ladies, the floor is yours.
Fran, you need to unmute your line.
All right, looks like you're good to go. Oh, you're muted again. Unmute. Okay. Wait, there you go. One more time. There you go.
Looks like they may have an audio problem now.
Okay. Unmute, Joan. Push it one more time. Do you want to come back to them, Sam?
Yeah, have Barry do his testimony, please.
All right. So as you just heard, we're going to go ahead and pivot, and we're going to have Mr. Barry Bevier give his product testimony. And as you may know, Barry has been with StemTech for quite a while, actually longer than me. His previous career was an engineer, and he knows his stuff, and he would love to share a little bit of how the products have impacted him. Barry, please go ahead and share with us all.
Thanks, Ro. So I was first introduced to StemTech a little over 12 years ago, and didn't know anything about stem cells, but I'm an engineer. I'm going to dig into it. And so learned a little bit about it, started on the product. And, our products are not like a pharmaceutical. It's not a feel-good, quick product. It's a product that immediately starts working, releasing stem cells that do their healing. I was very happy when after a few days, maybe a week at most, I started feeling like I had more energy. And I think that was because I was sleeping sounder. And at the time, I was also starting to get a little morning stiffness in my hands and knees. And I noticed that went away pretty quickly as well. The biggest thing, though, is a surgery that healed very quickly. When I started at StemTech, I had a torn rotator cuff that required surgery to repair it. It wasn't anything that could be done with physical therapy. The surgeon primed me for about 8 weeks of healing before I started 4 months of physical therapy. And to make a long story short, I was 60 at the time, and he started me with physical therapy in 3 weeks, 5 weeks earlier than most of his patients. And I was only in physical therapy for about 8 or 9 weeks, not the full 16-week, 4-month period. And the only thing we could attribute it to was the more stem cells being in my system from the stem cell products. So early on that convinced me. I don't think I've missed a day in 12 years. And as long as it's available, I'm involved with StemTech. So thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Our products are unique, guys, and just like we are, they're going to impact us all differently. Sometimes you feel something soon, sometimes you don't. But I promise you, if you're on it for a while and you get off of it, you will notice something at some point. Thank you, Barry, for sharing your testimony. I got a message that they're still trying to reconnect, so we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to go and now shift to business. And we have a distinct honor of having Mr. Ed Garza. He's going to be sharing the business presentation with us. And just keep in mind, guys, he has the fruit on the tree. He's built teams. He knows what he's doing when it comes to this industry. And we have the honor of hearing him share our business presentation tonight. So with no further ado, Ed, are you there?
I am, sir.
All right, the floor is yours.
All right.
I'll let you know when I see your presentation.
Thank you. Wonderful.
You're welcome.
All right, let's get here. Well, you know, it's interesting. The concept of STEM Tech and STEM Enhance is a very concept product that I really, really enjoy. So the reason we're talking about this, if you were invited here because you want to discover the concept of what STEM Tech has with our STEM 360 and with our product, right? So whenever I look at a company in the business side of it, because I've been in business for myself for over 30 years. That means every day I wake up, I got to believe in myself. I have to take action daily, massive action sometimes. And I have to ask more people to buy or to offer them something of value. And the problem with that is having my own business is I had to create my own system. And that took a lot of time. You have a lot of operations, as you can imagine. A business has to worry about a lot of different things, right? So not just one hat, but multiple hats. Well, what we have here with STEM Tech is something very unique. When I first started to evaluate it and the concept, I looked at the company, I looked at the product, I looked at the money, I looked at the systems. Those are the key ingredients that I look at in a business. Because the product cannot be a Me Too product. Can't find it anywhere else, or you know what, I got a product like that, etc. You need to have a very unique product, and we certainly do. We just learned about that. So that checked off for me, right? The product that we have is phenomenal for our business. We focus on a concept that sits right in the middle between pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals, right? It's STEMceuticals, the future of healthcare. A one-of-a-kind natural product is designed, like we heard, to help support the three most important aspects of stem cell physiology, right? We can release more stem cells, it helps the circulation in our blood, the migration into our tissues where we can perform the cells can perform their daily function of the renewal and optimal health. It's a natural product, right? And you can't find it anywhere else but right here with STEM Tech. So that checked off when it comes to a good business opportunity for me when I evaluated the company. You could look at the product. It has a lot of patents. It has a lot of detailed instructions. It's not up to me as an independent business owner to be the expert. I could point to the tools. I can invite people to calls. There's systems in place that help you build the business, right? So I love the aspect of this particular market, STEMceuticals. It's unique. It's one of a kind. And we have a patented product that's backed by science. And we have a business that is publicly traded. A leading nutraceutical company, STEM Tech, is pioneering this concept of stem cell nutrition and STEMceuticals. Became publicly traded on the stock exchange in August of 20th of 21. You can look up the stock symbol right here on the screen in the bottom right. You could take a screenshot of this if you would like to, if you'd like to do your own homework. Because, you know, that's one of the rules that I go by when it comes to social selling or network marketing. What I love about this is, again, I don't have to be the expert because most of the time people really don't care what I think. They're going to go do their own homework. You know that consumers usually make a buying decision even before they talk to you or before they even purchase. They're going to look online. They're going to do their research. They're about 70 to 80, sometimes even 90% sold on the concept of buying into you, right? and the business. So I love the fact that we have a strong company backed by strong leadership in the company, because that gives me the part of my model. And when I look at the product and the company, is everything is super planned out and detailed in terms of the company itself when you evaluate it. So do your own homework if you're a guest here tonight. Do your own homework on STEMTech, and then come back and ask questions for us. We have leaders that are here to help you and guide you in the right direction. So the company is strong. Now, next, let's look at some of the systems and the way corporate set up, right? I mean, we have marketing materials, we have events and promotions, and we have quality control where the product is manufacturing. It's in a pharmaceutical facility where it's put together. The shipping is handled for you. The customer service is handled for you. The production is handled for you. The accounting and the payroll. You don't have to worry about getting QuickBooks or all these other payroll systems when you have a business. With Stemtech, you have the systems in place for you that pay your team automatically, right? I mean, that to me, that's beautiful. I don't have to worry about paying out commissions or salaries, right? This is what I call almost a smart man's franchise, right? It's not a franchise, but it's a little bit smarter than that, because everything is put together for you in a system. And we have the concept that we have of social sharing is a proven system. What I mean by social sharing, it's a system where you could point to the tools, you get a personalized website, we have training calls, you can work the business with your laptop, your cell phone, anytime. You got back office tracking and management tools, reports, training materials. And social sharing is actually clearly has a lot of benefits and can help you relate to your target audience. I mean, we have the ability to connect with people now in this day and age with video, with Zoom and YouTube and Facebook and X and LinkedIn and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. There's multiple ways you could choose to build a business. When it comes to social sharing, you can make connections with people at events. I mean, there's systems out there in the marketplace that allow you to really share your business, such as Alignable or LinkedIn, where you can meet new people and start to develop relationships and introducing them to this great product. And again, you could point to the systems that we have in place. The income potential, the money, I look at it in a business, it's important to make sure that you can make money, because that is the, so to speak, the blood of an organization. That's the life of an organization. That's what keeps the organization going, is sales. And sales are important. So the income potential for you as an independent business owner, as a STEMTech distributor, in your first month, we make it simple. If you recruit 3 people to come into the business system that we're talking about here, right? I mean, your income could be, $300 right off the bat. You could teach those 3 to get 3 in the second month. You get an additional $500 for a total amount of $800 in the first 2 months. And the cool thing about this, the awesome thing about this, is that you could duplicate this process and just continue to teach people to get 3. Teach people to get 3 and 3 and 3, right? So there's a lot of ways you could do this. I use in my business principles a concept in networking that is a little different. And you could take this and write this down if you want to, but I use what's called, when I get a new team member, I use a process called hosting like a virtual ribbon cutting for them, right? Let's celebrate that they started a new business. That's how you can support your team. We'll teach you how to do that if you want to learn how to do that. It's real simple. All you got to do is plan a Zoom meeting, and they can invite their friends, and let's celebrate a new business that's opened up with STEMTech, right? You could, or maybe you want to do a relaunch and do a new open for business type of event and invite your friends and your colleagues to that event, where you could have the experts in the industry, your upline, people that work with you, even if they're sidelined. If you need help with that, we all are here to help you build your business. The concept of the income and the systems are phenomenal. Now, our vision as a world leader in cellular nutrition is powered by the natural stem cell technology that we've been talking about. Our mission is to really offer innovation, wellness, and prosperity through an opportunity that empowers people to create their own future. You have a brand new canvas, and you could paint any picture you want on it with this business. Whatever your goals, whatever your dreams are, we're here to help you fulfill those dreams, right? And the motto of our company is driven by science and powered by dreams. Our pillars are innovation, wellness, and prosperity. Again, we've talked about this. Reminder: we are the gold standard of the stem cell nutrition industry, right? From releasing stem cells into the bone marrow, circulating them into the bloodstream, and then migrating to organs and tissues. We have the complete system for that with StemCeuticals, where we release, circulate, and migrate. RCM. Remember that acronym. You'll be using it a lot. So that is StemTech, and I want to close out with a couple of other thoughts on business that I think Sam would appreciate. And these are some tips that I use when it comes to building a business. Since we have a system in place, since we have the money that's available to us to make, we have the company, strong, legitimate company in place. All the pillars are there for you to build a business, right? So we have all that in place. So here's a couple of things that you should remember. Never prejudge somebody when you're talking to them. You don't know where they've been or what they're going through or what their mom or their dad or their brother or their sister or their cousin or their nephew is going through. Don't ever prejudge somebody. Even if you're intimidated by them and they seem to be at a higher class than you or upper class than you, don't ever prejudge them. That's rule number one. Number two, I mentioned it already, and it's kind of harsh, but it's true. Nobody really cares what you think. They're going to go do their own homework. Let them go do their own homework. Let them look at the science. Connect them with a leader in your group that has the knowledge, right? And then say less to more. That is my recommendations to you. If you're looking to start a business, we have the company, we have the product, we have the money, and we have the systems. That is StemTech.
Excellent job, Ed. You know, he absolutely crushed that, guys. He didn't just give us great information, but he peppered in some golden nuggets. I hope you wrote them down. I love the ribbon cutting of starting a new business partner. And what that does is it gets people that are not in the business excited about what they're doing and maybe even interested. Thank you, Ed. So we were able to work out the technical difficulties. We have Joan and Fran, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to share their testimonies. They're going to take 2 minutes each, and they're going to share a little bit about how these products have impacted their lives. Joan and Fran, are you there?
We are.
Excellent.
Can you hear us?
you.
Oh, good.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
All right. Well, I'm Joan. I'm her younger sister. I've been with StemTech since 2009, so it's about 16 years that we've been with StemTech. I got into the company because I owned a pet shop at the time, and a gentleman came into my store and said, I think I have something that your customers would like for your pets. At the time, StemTech had a product called Stem Pet. And so when he told me it had something to do with the stem cells, I didn't want anything to do with it because I was afraid it had something to do with the fetal stem cells. But it gave me samples anyway, and I happened to turn around and give it to a customer of mine. Now, I gave it to her, and I didn't see her for a couple of weeks. She came back. I asked her how her dog did, and her dog, who was suffering from a cancer, went from a dog that she had to carry outside to go do its business. In 3 days, became a dog who was running to the door. And at the time, they started walking. So I told that to my husband. And the next morning, I come into the store. He says, congratulations, you're a StemTech distributor. So I thought, okay, well, seeing as how it does have a people product, I guess I better start taking this if we're going to be selling it to the store. So I did, and it was Stem Release at that time. So I took it, and it was like 3 days after on the product for 3 days. I had nothing wrong with me. I didn't have any illnesses or anything like that. And so I wake up this one morning. Actually, I'm dreaming and I'm looking at myself in my bed, and I'm dreaming I'm having all this energy going through my arms and legs, literally, as if blood is just rushing through. And so I wake up, and I wake up with the exact same feeling. And I jumped out of my bed and I cleaned my house from stem to stern that day. It was the cleanest ever. And so I would like to say I wake up like that every morning, but my body has become adjusted to the product. And so I've been with this product, and of course with the RCM, with the circulation and the migration and everything. I really love it. I love our company. We have great products. And I try to tell all of my friends and family and everything about it. So, of which I did. And so, hence my sister.
And
Me.
Fran, before you start, Fran, if you could just lean towards the
Well,
middle so we can see you, Fran, okay?
okay, here I am.
There you
Okay.
go. All right.
All right. My name is Fran, and I am a normal aging senior, 88 years old. And it was when I was 70 years old that I was really getting worried about my health. I had no energy and everything was going wrong. What do you want me to move again? Okay,
Or
hang
maybe
on.
just adjust the phone. It's okay. We just want to see your
Okay.
face.
Oh, come on, Ro. So anyway, I was getting really down. I had just had open heart surgery. I've got the scar from here all the way down to the belly button. And so I had hoped after the surgery that I would wake up with vitality and energy. Well, I did not. And I was not healing well, and all kinds of things were happening. And I would go to my doctor for my normal checkup, and she'd say, "This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and this is wrong." And I'd say, "Isn't there anything that you can do to help me?" And she'd say, "No, there's nothing just do as I'm saying. Just take the prescriptions I'm giving you." And I went, "Oh, okay." And at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, in this whole wide world, there has to be something that maybe a private company, maybe not the medical community, but maybe a private company has found that would be able to get to the root cause of why we start failing. And I threw up a prayer to God and I said, "Dear God, this is so tiring to live like this. I need to have something that will give me my energy and my vitality back. Is there not something that's out there?" And he said to me, "Dear child, yes, there is. I'll be happy to have it come to you, but you have to promise me that you will share this information with everybody you know." And I said, "Yes, yes, yes." And shortly thereafter, my sister walks in the house and she says, "Franny, I found something. You won't believe it. It has the energy." And she's telling me about StemTech, and she mentioned stem cells. And I'm thinking, stem cells must get to the root of everything. So I tried it, and within 6 weeks I was a wild person. I woke up, wow, the sky was blue and the sun is shining and the birds are singing and the flowers are blooming and everything is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And my life turned around from there on in. I'm going into the doctor's office and she says, "Wow, you're doing well." And I said, "Doc, this is what I'm taking." I said, "I want you to look at the ingredients and make sure there's nothing there that's going to interfere with the prescriptions you've given me." And so she looked at the ingredients and she goes, "Oh, this is sold off of the internet, isn't it?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "I don't approve of anything off of the internet." And I'm sitting there in my chair and I'm going, damn, I really like the results I've been having. So I looked up at her and I said, "Doc, I'm going to be taking this supplement. So would you please monitor me as I'm taking this?" And she looked down at me and she said, "Absolutely, I would be happy to." So for 14 years before I left the area, she monitored me and I kept getting better and better and better. And finally, on the very last day, she says to me, "This is the best that you have ever been." And I looked at her and I smiled and just said, "Thank you, StemTech." And so that's my story.
That is awesome. You hear those two testimonies, guys? This is what our products do. It's so unique. Everyone has a different experience. I am thankful to hear those two testimonies. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Fran and John.
You're welcome.
And guys, we have one more speaker. As I slow down my speech, I just want you to understand this is a special gentleman. He is our founding distributor, but more importantly, he's a friend. He's what I know Sam has been looking for a very long time. He embodies the spirit of what this industry should be about when it comes to servant leadership. Yes, he's a Hall of Famer. Yes, he's been successful. But more important to me is he has the character of someone who's worth following. And his name is Mr. Izzy Matos. Izzy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Am I coming across okay?
Yes, you are. Let me see if I can see you. Yep, and I can see you. You're all set, sir. It's all yours. And, oh, I'm sorry. And he's going to be doing a business testimony. There you go.
Thanks for that, Roy. You cracked me up. You know, one of the lovely things about our business opportunity is that it really is all embracing. There's room for everyone. Ed did a great job illustrating one small part of our compensation plan. That's the fact that it doesn't matter what you're looking for. If you want an extra $300, $500, $800 a month, you can do that with our compensation plan. It's designed so that it's a very level playing field. My testimonial is not the average one. I'm going to admit to that. Ed talked about the fact that we have all these assets, all these tools, all this support system to get you going. Well, when I got started with the company 19 years ago, two things to keep in mind. Number one, none of that existed. We had one product. We had no website. We didn't have these incredible testimonials that you're hearing now. We didn't have gifted speakers like Barry, like Ro, like Sam, like Anna, like all these people that we have that just, cover the landscape of STEM tech. We had to figure it out on our own. We had nothing to back up what we were saying other than our hopes and dreams. That's issue number one. So those 5 pillars that we talk about, they weren't there. Secondarily, I had no credibility. Ro, you talk about needing a Hall of Famer and all of that. I was a Hall of No Namer back then. The business that I had started bankrupted. I had lost my life savings. I went in a matter of about 13 months from living a very high-flying executive lifestyle to the point where I was so broke, not only could I not even pay attention, the local utility company actually took the meter off my house because I couldn't pay the electricity. It was pretty bleak. It really was pretty bleak. I actually had to file a bankruptcy 4.5 hours before my home was to be sold at auction. This is all true. But just like Rose said, I got a phone call. A friend said that he had something he wanted me to look at. So I did. At that time, stem cells was a ridiculous concept. It was looked down upon by everybody, but I trusted the individual that shared the information with me. Now understand, there was no internet for me to go Google stem cells. There was no social media for me to talk to people. I had to go on faith and faith alone. Well, because I didn't have the credibility that I needed, only 10 of my friends said, I'll try it. Of the 10, 7 said this worked. Out of the 7, 3 listened to the things that we shared. A few years later, life changed. I went from being bankrupt, nearly homeless, to the point where I paid off all my debts. Here it is 19 years later. STEM Tech has been my home for that period of time. And it changed not only the quality of my life, but because of that compensation plan and the value and the proof that we have today, we've created dozens upon dozens of people that have earned $1 million incomes over the years. And we are just getting started. So whether you're, from Yale or in jail, whether you're broke or, still have hope, there's room for you here. If you have faith, if you have the ability to be coachable, if you're willing to listen and utilize the systems we're putting in place for you. My testimonial is a little unique, but there are unique ones being formed every day. There are people on this Zoom call right now that have gone through pretty similar situations, and the lives they lead today are incredibly different, physically and financially, from what they led before. So whatever you're looking for, wherever you want to go, there's a home for you here. Just tap into the system, get engaged, let the product work its magic, and then let the magic work for you. That's it. That's all I got. Back to you, Ro.
Thank you so much, Izzy. I love his lines. He said, "If you're broke or just have hope." I mean, come on, Izzy. I mean, man, he could start a second career with his snappy one-liners. I love him. Thank you, Izzy, for your wisdom as always, and we're always with you in prayers and spirit. Well, guys, that was Izzy Matos as well as all the others that shared. We want to just go ahead and give another round of applause to everyone and thank everyone for their sharing tonight. And I'm going to go ahead at this time and return it back to Sam. But before I do so, to put him a little bit on the spot, guys, yesterday was his birthday. And for those that you didn't know, I just want to wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. It's all yours. You can take the call back now.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Thank you. Hey, guys, here's what I want to say. We are a team. We are a family. We're working together. All the speakers, guys, we're getting better and better and better. Story after story is coming in. What we want to help each other do is just master our stories. That's all we have to master. Every one of you has a unique story that somebody needs to hear. Share that story. Invite them to Wednesdays. Let's get this call over 50. Let's get it over 100. Let's get this moving to where people are being impacted, lives are being changed, not only health-wise, but financial-wise. We got a couple months and a big day's coming up called Christmas. There's a lot of expense Christmas time. You got an opportunity of a lifetime here, not only to help people, but also help yourself. It's fundamentals, it's basics, it's simple, not easy, but simple. But it's your excitement, it's your belief. They join you. So if I go out saying, you want maybe sort of kind of take a look, they're going to look at me thinking, well, he doesn't really believe. Versus you have to take a look. This has changed my life. It can change your life. You need to take a look. Understand we devalue how important we are in that piece of the puzzle. And I loved how Ed said it. Use the third-party tools. Use them. Let them have fun learning. They're going to go look anyways. We have nothing to hide. We want you, and yes, it's you, become the superstar. Become it. And just understand it's being consistent daily on the simple things that makes the big things a reality. This is our third week, guys. You give us 4 to 6 more weeks, this place is not only going to be packed, not only is the energy going to be off the roof, but your team's going to be growing. And you know what happens when your team's growing? Everything works. It's amazing. Have a great week, guys. Anna, do you want to add anything into this before we end this call?
Oh, hello. Yes, of course. Thanks a lot. Well, I'm very happy to see you all. You are doing a great job. I love Rob. He's so good. Wow. I didn't know he was so good doing this. I have never seen him before. So was perfect. Ed, excellent as always. You are a very incredible team, and I'm sure this is going to be growing more. Don't forget to invite more people, okay? If you want to have 2 people, you have to invite like 20, okay? So you just take the time and make sure you invite more people because it's very sad that many people is looking for us and they don't know that we exist. So take that on your mind and let's work together to change the world. Love you all and congratulations. I'm so happy to see all that you are doing. Congratulations.
Have a great week, everybody. See you next Wednesday.
Bye bye.
Have a great night,
Bye.
guys.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great week.
This officially concludes our call, guys. Have a great night. Take care.
Great job, all the presenters, guys. Take your hats off. Great job. Great job.
It's already off. What are you talking about? Happy
Good,
belated,
everybody.
Sam.
See you
Thank you.
guys.
Hey, and if you haven't, don't